Assalamu alaikum. This is Ibne currently studying PhD in Software Engineering in 7th semester at Daffodil International University. My ID is 172352115 from section A. In Software Security course, I will present a project on software security in this video presentation. So let's be with me. In web application development, there are 10 vulnerabilities due to bad design. Those are input validation, authentication, authorization, configuration management, sensitive data, session management, cryptography, parameter manipulation, exception management, and auditing and logging. So now my project is on about exception management. So there are basic three requirements for the exception management project. Those are: do not leak information to the client, log detailed error message, and catch exceptions. In do not leak information to the client section, we the developer do that in this event of a failure, do not expose information that could lead information disclosure, and we just generic error message to the client. And in the log detailed error message, we uh, send detailed error message to the error log, and we do not expose the passwords and the sensitive data to the client. And in catch exception part, we structured exception handling and catch exception. We use try catch section here, and the special consideration to what workers the application boundary. So this is all about the exception management project, and I used to develop this project on C#.NET language, and I use Visual Studio as a platform, and I use Microsoft SQL Server for the database connection. So thank you very much. Let's go to the code. So this is Visual Studio, and here I code the code for exception management. This is the class for exception management. Here I sent the query for query to the database, and in core class I use the database connection here, and in default aspx.cs class we used to develop a method in public void page load. In page load section we use those that try catch section for the exception handling. This exception is for database file not found exception, and here I use the exception here, and the mm, uh, I said the uh, database source and exception source and exception type to the database in this query. And uh, when a user will view this exception, um, when a user run this exception project, he or she will they will view such like that I run this project as a client or as a user. So let's see what's gonna come. It will take some time to run this project. So it is connecting to the Google Chrome. It's running. So it will take some time to run this. We are waiting for the output. So the output has come, and message from admin and exception worker. For the more detail, please contact with the admin. We do not view here the correct exception. We just mentioned the admin information here, and the exception message is 1015 an error worker, please visit after some time. The here the user will contact with the admin, and they will show the error message to the admin. The admin will view the error message, which is 1015 an error occurred, and the admin will go to the database, and here there is the database for the um, for this project, and the data here is the table here. And if we execute the project, here is the um, exception we just found, which is in number 10, 1015. Um, those were displayed by here, and the admin will view the 1015, and he will see the exact exception of the file not found exception, and he will he can view the exception of exceptions location here. So by this an admin can fix the here we can see the exact path of the exception. And when admin view this, he or she can easily locate the exception and fix the exception for the user, and the user cannot view this. So this is all about the exception handling project. uh, I think all the criteria and the requirements filled up by this section. uh, uh, so all the requirements and criteria fill this section. So thank you very much for your valuable time. Hopefully uh,